Okay, if you're watching me, thank you so much for watching and thank you for sharing. That's very important. uh, I have been off for quite some time, and so I decided to just come so people who have been asking for me can see that there's no shaking. As a humanitarian, most of my work is usually based around those who need help the most, and sometimes my information is also part of that help. One of the most thing I want to say is, no matter how someone thinks that he is smart, the Anglophone, the Ambazonian, the Southern Cameroon struggle started from ground zero. And it will end and end always in ground zero. No matter how someone tries to think that they are powerful abroad, it's just temporary. But the most powerful person or ideology or leadership must emanate in ground zero. We all can always agree that ground zero has always been the highest place where, even if La Republique or the government of Cameroon have to trip, is because of what is going on in ground zero. That's why they crack down lawyers and teachers. And during that time, you saw how people reacted in millions. And when Tasang Wilfred joined with Seseku and the rest, you saw how people were respecting that interim government because of the presence of people that were there, like Tasang and the rest. That's why Tasang and the rest were arrested in Naira Hotel, because of the momentum that they showcased. And after that, some of the leaders became so powerful too. And that's why La Republique did everything to incarcerate them, to run behind them in whatever method. So Amba is from God. Amba is from God. No one can dispute this fact. Amba is from God. I'm saying this spiritually. Amba is from God. Can never be from Satan. Never. The Amba leaders have ego that is evil. The Ambazonian Anglophone problem is genuine. Very, very genuine. No one can dispute this. Even the government ministers, even Paul Biya went to France and said that because of the majority of the Francophones, 80%, they thought that the Anglophones were a minority, and integrating them to the French system was a good thing to do. But time has proven to them that actually that was not a good thing to do. And then that's why they are proposing regionalism. Even Cameroon accept that there is Anglophone problem, there's Amba problem, and that Ambazonian are genuine, and that they are calling for national deadlock or dialogue because they want to talk to the Anglophone. But Cameroon being corn, they create their own people they want to talk to. And the international community knows. That's why international community never label Ambazonian as terrorists. So ground zero is genuine. Share this. Ground zero is genuine. The Ambazonian leaders with power mongering, power hungry to govern, eagerness to govern, caused by Cameroon, because Anglophones have never been placed at the top leadership after colonialism, after the Fuman Conference, after they left Nigeria, knowing that one day they might, with Cameroon, have a president. They have never had the opportunity for more than 60-something years, 64 years, never had a president. The Ambazonian people now, the Anglophone, have the eagerness to lead, to be a president. That created a power vacuum in the Anglophone communities and in Ambazonia. And then some people with that ego, that tendency to lead, with that sovereignty, with that eagerness to also lead the people, which in other words is not a negative thing, because every human should have opportunity to lead, because Cameroon created that vacuum that Anglophones cannot be a president in Cameroon. When Amba situation arrived at the level in which it was, that some people started believing it. Now they see that they can exercise and become a president or a leader, something which Cameroon have never given them the opportunity. And then that created power vacuum. And because of this, I only say this is my opinion after studying political science. When you study political science or sociology or anything you study politics and society, the day-to-day life, or comparative politics or international relation, and the prerequisite or courses that be, there's something called political path, but you are not going to have a course in any class, whether in Harvard University, called political path. And what is political path according to me? It's one of the strategies that people use in order to gain influence or in order to gain something in politics. You create an opportunity. Politicians are opportunist people. For you actually to become a politician, you have to take advantage of the bad things that are happening in the community where you are. And then you come as a messiah and tell the people that this is happening. If you vote for me, if I'm the leader, this is not going to happen. Every Ambazonian leaders try to prove that they know where to buy guns, they know where to the soldiers, that they have the highest soldiers in Ground Zero, and that make the diaspora people to come along, because diaspora people do not know who owns a barrack, who control it, but those who have satellite TVs will come and then showcase that they have this brain, they have this chain of command, they have this, and by so doing, if they are genuine, when the people give the resources, they actually make it happen. And then it happens, and then people believe. But even 1 year, 2, 3 to 5 years, people give that because you say you have this and you have that, and your own guys continue to die. Then they begin to ask, where is that chain of command? If you tell the people you are going to unite the people, you are going to bring the people together under this leadership, you know how to do. And the people start believing in you, and after 2, 3, 4, 5 years, they don't see the unity. The people don't need to ask, how have you done? You promised it, it didn't happen. When the Americans gave their vote to Trump, it's not because Trump was holy. It's because the people who promised the good things they would do to the people did not do it. And humans have ego, and humans love revenge. They decided to give to somebody that did not even promise them anything. Humans are like this. If you married a woman and you say, I'm going to give you meat to eat, we are going to travel, and you don't do that, that woman will go and sleep with one Wari boy, not because the Wari boy is going to take that woman to travel, because that woman will not see any difference between you and a Wari boy. And Wari boy might have some kind of six-pack you don't have. Women don't cheat because they are giving them something that is more than what you are giving, because of those fake promises and the things you say you didn't do it, even though you are capable. And this is human ego. Example. Let me quote an example here of political path. Don't do this. Hypothetically, imagine a community for years where there's no electricity. And anytime they put electricity, it does not function well. The same transformers that they have put in other cities are working well. When they put that transformer in that city, it blows. In 1 month, it is done. It's burned. When they come and change the entire connection, new wires, in 1-2 months, electricity is done. Then people come out to say, but how is this possible? If you study physics, you are an engineer, and you say, but I want to join this politics to fix this because I study physics. You campaign for people and show that you are a graduate from the school of technical this, you have gone abroad, you studied this, you want to come and show that you did general contracting, you did the electrical engineering, and this is never going to happen. And the people give you the vote, and the problem is not solved. You put it, no matter how you connect it, after 1 month, the same, even the highest transformers you bought from US, fire. No electricity. But in other cities, there is electricity with even the less expensive equipment. One person continue to say, vote for me. If you vote for me, what these guys are doing, they studied in books, they don't know how to implement it. One local guy like this, vote for me, we are going to do together. And one day, because people are fed up with those people with books, with those people who wear coats, with those they thought we are genuine, and people say, you know what, let us vote for this one that we don't even believe in. And they vote for the person. And suddenly, 1 year, 2 years, year in, year out, there is electricity. Business people are no more losing their products because there is no electricity. The hospital people are no more dying because the aspiration or the oxygen machine cannot work. Buy and sell, and people selling frozen food can no longer lose their capital because there is always electricity. People in that city now have electricity non-stop, 1 year, 2 year, year in, year out. The people say, this is a strong man. Some people say, the same transformers? They start looking, but it's the same transformers, oh, it's the same wires. Some people who have common sense start thinking objectively. But what happened? Maybe the people that supply electricity are scared of him. Now they are no more cutting electricity. Therefore, he's a good man. Let us vote for him. They are scared of him. And now this is how some people think. They are realists, idealists, and Marxists. Then some people say, maybe he has the money to go and bribe the electricity company to never cut electricity from. Therefore, he's powerful. Let's continue to vote for him. And some people say, he's really intelligent. This man like that was like an idiot like that. No, he's not. He's very intelligent. He know how to buy the good transformers. He know how to buy the good cables. This man is good. Let's continue to vote for him. Everyone now see electricity all year in, year out. They believe now that, you know what, let us not even think. You know, we are having electricity, right? Yeah, that's all we wanted. Let us continue to vote for this person. As a political science lad, let me tell you, that person could be the highest reason why that community never had electricity. It's called political path. In my own studies and in the way that intelligence works, that person, one, might have had the influence to bribe the electricity supplying company to make sure that that electricity does not work, and that when he wins election, he's going to give them a healthy sum of money, and they work in collaboration. This is all collaboration work. Or he was a person who was also hyper intelligent to not even work with the institution. He hired his own guys, his own team. They go behind the scene. They blew off the transformers. They come and work, and his guys, they go out there, they blew off the transformers, they cause short circuiting, and the transformer blew off. It doesn't cost a lot to do that. It's just, if you know how electricity works, it does not cost even a dime to cause a short circuit that blew off a transformer. And therefore, no matter whatever the government do, or whatever the governor, whoever is in control, no matter whatever they do, there will be no electricity. And when he won the election, when you vote that guy now, he went with his guys. Of course, that's what they wanted. The guys got more money. Or if it was electricity company, he paid them now more millions. The people believe in him. He become now a resource person, getting more money from the government, coming now and then say, oh, I'm going to give you water now. Also, he could do that with the water supply. Blew off pipes every day. Go and change the pressure in the pipes and blew off the pipe. And when that happened now, his guys, he employed them are now to make sure that the water pressure remains constant. Those guys now are his engineer now that he employs to be now the people working to make sure that the energy, the electricity supply is always good. Those guys know where they were blowing off, so they are guts also. And because of this, the people continue to enjoy. But that is the evil that they had. This is what happened in Ambazonian struggle. Let me explain. You have leaders that they go to an extent of collaborating with the La Republic military camp to go and wipe out an Amba camp that do not listen from their own leadership. You have IG people who goes out there to collaborate with La Republic military. I have clear intelligence of what I'm saying here. Chris Ano is being caught in this type of things I'm saying. They collaborate with La Republic in order to arrest someone that was against their strategy in media. I have a whole citizen, civilian in Bamenda, who reported to my organization how even Colonial Governor Lele Lafrique saved him from going to Konegi because he disagreed with Chris Ano in Facebook in media. Chris Ano therefore, with his proxy, collaborated with La Republic police and showcased his resident that he is Amba. This is something I'm saying from Humanitarian, according to Amba, CEO and chairman of Verla Charity Foundation. I approve of what I'm saying. collaborated with La Republic, and then La Republic military come and pick that person because he's Amba. But that person only survived because he usually delete everything from his phone, and actually when he do that, he does not keep the app in his phone. And they came and pick him up, and it is Lele Lafrik that saved him from going to Konenge, caused by a leader of Amba because he disagreed with that leader. So to an extent where our leaders collaborate with La Republic sometime, not because our leaders are La Republic. Listen carefully. They collaborate with La Republic not because they are La Republic, because they want to eliminate someone that want to be relevant or stand on their way to lead Amba, to be the only leadership in Amba. That is why when it is clean and clear that someone like Capo Daniel is evil to the IG or to General Arke, to Boyo people, Egopsi picks Capo Daniel, and when it is clean and clear that he is evil, they are using him for the meantime because he is trying to destroy IG so Egopsi can go up. And that is good political opportunities for Egopsi to lead. Even when it's clean and clear that he is a republic, they don't come out to apologize to the people. Because they are thinking if you apologize, you become weak. But that's not true. When you apologize, people give you even more trust. When Sako has misused my trip to Buya, after discovering that the people he was working with who were fighting to destroy the Egopsi so that Sako's IG can rise, destroy Seseko Ayuktabi so that Sako can rise as a leader. Sako was not destroying Seseko Ayuktabi because Sako is La Republic. Sako was not trying to crush ADF and destroy Ayaba because Sako was La Republic. It is a power tendency torso that he wants to lead Ambazonia to become the president. They are not doing. If you call Sako La Republic, you are not understanding. You call Ayaba La Republic, you are not understanding. You call Seseko La Republic, you are not understanding. That power vacuum, Anglophones have never had. A time has come where they think that now they can have it. But they are using crooked method to get into that. And by so doing, Ambazonian leaders have taken advantage of blacklegs and infiltrators. Look at Boyo. How do you think that the people were dying in Boyo because actually we didn't know what was going on? It's because some Ambazonian leaders we rather have a camp of Egopsi or camp of IG killed by La Republic so that only their own camp can remain. That's why if King Commando is killed or it is a Field Marshal killed, the other people celebrate. When General Ivo or it is Big Number killed, the other people celebrate. Does it mean the other people who celebrate have become La Republic? If Free Marshal is killed, we of the other camp or the ADF, we are saying, oh, he's gone because he was trying to kill, because also he was trying to kill General Ivo. He was trying to destroy Ayaba. And when Big Number is killed, the IG people also celebrate because Big Number is a supreme and it seems as if he's the supreme of everyone in Ambazonia. They don't like that. The downfall of Ambazonians have been celebrated more by Ambazonians because of power. This talk is not filtered. This is the truth that I've seen as a humanitarian. If we can sit up, we can do better. When Ayub Seseko Tabi is kidnapped, the other people say that don't waste time contributing money to go and free Seseko. They will never free Seseko. That we should double money on defense. Today, when Dr. Cho Ayaba is kidnapped, can it be said by IG people too? Don't waste money to send to nowhere. Let us put money in defense because they will never free the leaders. If that happens, Egopsi people will fight the IG people. Just as IG people fought the Egopsi people. This unity that we have created intentionally in Ambazonia is one of the evil. Let me explain. Do you know that chaos that we have in Ambazonia actually is not always, most of the time, created by La Republic? La Republic do not have the tenacity and power to create such tension in Ambazonia. Because Ambazonian people now are very, very sensitive to Cameroon. And the Cameroon have gone out of strategies. The highest disunity in Ambazonia is caused by Ambazonian groups and leaders. I told you the issue of the electricity supply in a village, in one's community. That leader, that politician was the one that created the scarcity of electricity by either bribing electrical company or having guys that go off and blew the transformers. So when they vote him now, he integrate those guys, they work with him, he pay them more money, give more money, and then electricity continue to be there, and people are voting for him because they think he's a good guy. Ambazonian leaders have, in one way or the other, worked with infiltrators, worked with blacklegs, worked with the Republic military to eliminate other people. During AAC, the AAC under the leadership of the Skaku, they did everything possible to eliminate Sokadef and ADF, so AAC can lead Ambazonia. During the era of IG creation, they wanted everyone on the IG, which is a good thing as an umbrella group, but they did everything possible to destroy Sokadef and destroy the ADF, Ayaba and Akwanga, to destroy it unless they come under IG and work under the Department of Defense. We saw what was happening down there. And when Seseko is kidnapped, the Egopsi had the mantle to lead. The Egopsi would hire people like Capo Daniel. When we of the Humanitarian have spoken the truth during the era of IG, we tell Egopsi, tell Dr. Cho, tell them the reality that what you are doing now is going to backfire, because you are trying to do what people did against you and we think was not okay. Then we became the enemies of the leadership. Then from that moment they call us La Republic. But we know we were not La Republic. But we said time will come and the consequences will come, because what IG did yesterday, there are consequences. When you go and destroy Seseko, kidnap the IG of Seseko, impeach Seseko, pray that he should be jailed and treason, collaborate even and wrote a letter to Cameroon, wrote a letter to White House and to UN. You never wrote a letter asking for Ambazonian freedom. It does not mean that Sako has become the Republic. It's because of that power tussle that he want now to lead. Because of this reason, he collaborated even with devil to see that he lead, without thinking objectively if it's feasible or achievable. The AGOC leadership had the opportunity and they did the same. I stood here, I think that if God has to punish somebody for the ACN TV, it's me. Where war was declared even upon me for trying to caution AGOC about Capot. I say Capot stood with IG and called Dr. Cho as La Republic. Today he is calling the same IG as La Republic. One thing, what do you have? Counterfactual is very common sense. How do you know that Capot will not call you tomorrow as La Republic? Today, if you come to come and defend the organization against Capot, then I'm laughing at you and saying, you see why people call you La Republic? Because when Capot Daniel was starting with IG and calling you La Republic, you thought that IG was La Republic. And you were saying that IG is La Republic. And saying that you have intelligence to prove that IG is La Republic. Because you cannot imagine how some people are in IG, like Nicola Ngu Santos, like in Sofoncha, and they became La Republic in open day. And that time you have not had the infiltration, because Cameroon has not faced you yet. And you thought that you have the highest court of command, the highest chain and everything. Yet a great leader like Dr. Cho, surrounded by some people who came good intention but do not understand the political dynamism. And all of a sudden, when La Republic is destroying IG, cracking IG into various groups, you are laughing IG, saying that they should come together, IG should do this, mocking, and you don't know that one day they are coming to you. Because of egoism, trying to have tendencies that you are supreme, that you are the one that has tenacity, that you are the one that have the power. After La Republic is done with IG, what happened? They came to EGOC. If we call IG as La Republic because of the Nicola Ngu Santos and Frontier, what will you call EGOC when Capot Daniel is left? There are so many of them that we have decided to keep them whole because of political path that we created. There are some of them that cannot make PIM because we have certain things that we kept hold of those documentation. And if they would have turned like Nicola Ngu Santos, we have enough evidence to implicate them. And we have shown them those political paths, which here I will not tell you why. Everyone in Ambazonia, if you stand as a leadership, it does not matter what group you stand. La Republic see you the same. It is not feasible that you are going to blackmail the same people you want to free in order to lead them. It is not achievable that you are going to blackmail other leadership in order to image. What goes around comes around. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. And when you think you are going to speak evil of other people in order to image, I'm telling you, just a matter of time. Matthew chapter 5. Blessed are those who are saddened now because they will laugh. Blessed are those who are hungry now. Blessed are those who are having a hard time now, for the kingdom of God is theirs. Leadership of Ambazonia belongs to those who are not desperate now, for those who do the right thing, because the people will give them what they gave to Mandela. When Seseku came and he was nominated as a leader, he was not campaigning. People did not know what he said. There was nothing to prove what he said before that. People gave him support. When power also came in IG, to an extent where they will start forcing Dr. Akwanga and Dr. Ebenezer and Dr. Ayaba to come under IG. IG advised us that we are infiltrators from Cameroon. They make it seem like those who don't come to IG, we are evil people. That created that vacuum. And as that thought was going on, they did not know that Cameroon wanted to trap all our leaders like this. And so, those people continue to be in IG until Ayaba and Akwanga denied to come. And they had no choice than to bundle just the few who went to Naira. Ayaba and Akwanga would have been buried in Yaoundé. This is a fact. Thank God that activists were not invited, like Mark Barretta, as you used to go to Nigeria for the conclave. You would have been in Yaoundé. These are facts. Tassan Wilfred ran away. Mark Barretta and Tapang Ivo made a strategy saying that Tassan Wilfred was in Yaoundé, in embassy of the United States of America. Cameroon was trying to crack the embassy, but they could not because of protocols. And why Tassan was leaving and going to Nigeria. And John Ba-Akoro should be a person that can testify what I'm saying. If you were part of the consortium communication team, Tassan arrived safely and then he picked up from Nigeria like a chicken from the egg. Because of power, tussle, power mongering. And because of this power mongering and showing the strength that someone will lead, like Seseku will lead, they decided to sell Seseku. The same people who saw Seseku is not magic. They pray for his impeachment. The same people who saw Seseku were around him. They were even saying, where did this Bayangi man come from? He was not even in ACNC. Some were saying they did not see him during lawyers and teachers. When the process was going, they did not know him. Some started even saying it clean and clear that this man came from nowhere. And Seseku was just a man that came. I think that before this man would just say, how did we end here? He was a soft-spoken man. People loved Seseku for the fact that he did not stand in his word and issue any threat to any leader. You would never hear Seseku say that he will arrest those who are fighting him, that he went to London to see the Queen with some Baba Yaro shoes. Seseku did not reply those who stood in other political group and laughed his shoes that he went to see the Queen in London. But there's people from within who now wanted that power. They saw Seseku, they wanted to be in his shoes. They sold him. The people who sold Seseku to La Republic are not La Republic. They sold Seseku so they can occupy that position. And the people who sold Seseku became hijacked. The people who sold Seseku did not even have opportunity to become the leader. Because as they did, what goes around comes around. Matthew chapter 7. They got hijacked. And then they got hijacked. And then they got hijacked. The hijackers got hijacked. Hijackers of hijackers got hijacked. Hijackers of hijackers got hijacked. And at the end of today, those who sold Seseku even are nowhere to be found. And those who supported blindly, those who sold Seseku, are nowhere to be found. And those who supported blindly, those who hijacked from those who sold Seseku, are nowhere to be found. And those who supported blindly, those who hijacked, those who sold Seseku, are nowhere to be found. They were nothing but political opportunists. They were nothing but all they saw was that Amba is feasible now, and they could be that vacuum that Paul Biya created that Anglophone could never be. They wanted to occupy it. And by nature, it's not as if they were evil people. They wanted to occupy it, but the time frame was not ripe for that. A hunter who sees an animal and asks the wife to put hot water to turn fufu is not a bad thing to turn fufu. But a hunter who sees the animal and keep to himself and make the trap, and when he get the animal, he call the wife, or even come with the animal, while skinning the animal, tell the wife to put fufu, is a very intelligent and smart hunter. He does not want to create commotion when it's not needed at the right time. So actually, Cameroon was defeated more than 5 years ago. After Grand National Deadlock fell and DDR Center failed to disarm Ambazonia, that was to say what happened in Sudan happened to Cameroon. What happened in Eritrea happened to Cameroon. What happened in Gambia happened to Cameroon. What happened in Somaliland happened to Cameroon. What happened during the apartheid in South Africa happened to Cameroon. What happened during the UK-American war happened to Cameroon. They fell in all their commission by commission and in all their strategies. To an extent where they tell the international community that the problem they have now is that when they call for the talks, listen carefully, as of today, this is what is in the documentation to the international community. And when I say quote unquote, I mean United States of America, the UK, Canada, Switzerland, and United Nations and African Union, or Commonwealth of all nations. What is documented is that when they want to dialogue, Ambazonians are divided. It is the Ambazonian Governing Council, the AGOC, and the IG that they are division, that not all of them come for talks. And this is the only thing that the international community is looking at the Ambazonian people for being the one that have caused the stagnation into mediation, dialogue for this struggle to end. If Ambazonian leadership could come together and form a council, even though the international community knows that Cameroon is incompetent and is evil and is the one that created the problem, but also the international community has difficulties in helping Ambazonian people because of our leaderships. If our leadership could think about the goodness of Ambazonia tomorrow, think about the capitalism of Amazonian people tomorrow, and if these leaders that we are talking, quote unquote, have some kind of businesses abroad, are entrepreneurs, they will know that even if you fight to liberate Ambazonia, even if you don't take a political position, you open a business and give employment to 2,000, 1,000 people, you can emerge victorious. You can be at a point when people even want you to stand for election, but you say, this person will stand for election. So you can just be an advisor. Dangote is in Nigeria. If Dangote wanted to stand for election or the African Union chairperson, people of Africa will give him overwhelming support. But such people have high intelligence, high IQ to know that they are resource. They are the lender of last resort to leaderships. They play a role, and that role is not even known by common people. Government go and borrow money from him to go and build that hydroelectric power, to go and do that road construction, but yet the people don't know. Yet they don't talk about it. That is such a very great input that Ambazonian leaders and Amazonian people need to be thinking today. Not about the power, because we haven't had it yet. And if you will want to have it, how about you do such amazing work to unite the people? Use the satellite TVs we have that have even helped to tear us apart. Use it to unite our people. The ACN TV is supposed to be leading uncountable meetings. And if I ask Lucas Ashu, why you escape from WhatsApp groups and go and keep yourself in a small tiny groups of 5 people with the VP, Chairman of Work Council, and you think there's no critics to the organization, and then you go out and ask for fundraising? How do you escape from the people's fora, from people's WhatsApp groups, and you think the same people who have to spread your message are going to spread the message of fundraising? I say, you see why the fundraising is the way it is. How do you declare war? If the leader wants to do something, why don't you not advise the same people who will give a tough or this, you go declare war on them, and yet you want them to contribute? How do you empower people? How do you sensitize people? How do you mobilize your people? How do you want to free the same people who have suffered for years, and you are not giving them air more than the enemy? In order to free the people, you should be able to show them the green light. And even if they have to suffer, your communication, sensitization, and mobilization should be in a way that the people understand that this needle they are putting their foot on, there comes sunshine. And it should be very, very feasible. How do you go out every day blaming one person, blaming groups as if they declared war? AGOVC did not declare war to Ambazonia people. Why do you go on blaming them? IG did not declare war to Ambazonia people. Why focus on them instead of telling Ambazonia people what you will do and doing it? When I look at Ground Zero fighters, whether those who are paying allegiance to IG or paying allegiance to AGOVC, no Ambazonian group, let me say here, I have communications, I have guys that are talking and crying. None of these Ambazonian group have ever been able to support more than 50% to what the guys need in Ground Zero. And in fact, some of these guys have given their life to these groups because if they leave, these groups are going to kill them because they know what happened to their own generals and predecessors who were killed, not by the enemy. I tell you that in the days of Free Marshal, if you try to turn against the IG, Free Marshal is going to make sure that you are done. In the days of Capo Daniel to AGOVC, if any AGOVC general tried to make the only rescue for them is to run to DDR. We had one that run to DDR. Rambo. What was Rambo saying? It was because of the action of some official people. I have some general who come and cry to me. Now half of these were people, hadn't they? I say, no, don't worry. Now the thing that now insecurity, they think say if you do this, they will think say your life is being shot. So they are insecure about you because remember what happened for your own brothers where they kill them. So now you don't make them, now they get the trauma. Now only thing that I can talk for secure humanity. There was a day where in my own intelligence, someone sit abroad as deputy chief and as chairman of a county. And they had a civilians who went after Sunday to go and cook njangi, take money and borrow money from njangi, and went to credit union and had to find out 1.5 million and send overseas. Not to the Amba soldiers in Ground Zero to use. Send overseas. And that money is to be used in order to kill another Ambazonian frontliner. This is not a republic. I have intelligence of a group in this struggle going out to an instead of collaborating with the Nigerian military, Nigerian police, paying Nigerian police a healthy sum of money in order to trap and kill an Ambazonian person who have left abroad to go and do charity to the people. Nigerian Commissioner Jimmy is who I'm talking to. I said the name of the commissioner, so you can go and talk. He married someone from my village. And that end, Jimmy, how can you be passing through Calabar, all of this, and getting material to go and fight for your freedom? I think that's a genuine cause. And you want me to kill one of you when he discovered it. And he blocked all the routes. Anytime you want to bring material from Nigeria, they will be arrested in Calabar, whatever happened. It was because the man was so angry. Why are you fighting your own? Why you tell so much like that? I almost caught and killed one of your own for nothing. And they will spend money contributed by Ambazonian people up to $20,000, more than 14 million francs, in order to kill one of ours. This is done by one of the groups in this struggle. By those who hijack Haiji from Seseku. Those who were praying Seseku should be killed. These are the same people who are caught red-handedly doing these things. And those Che people have run away to nowhere. You cannot see them in this struggle. I have documented names of those who participated in the United States of America. And there's a day for reckoning. And this does not only end there. In all Ambazonian groups, I have documented crooks with my charity organization. In political path, in cross-rates. The problems of division in Ambazonia is created by our groups. When a group wants to lead this struggle, they cause things that expose other groups as weak. That's why they go to their TVs and what they do is show the weakness of other groups instead of La Republic. The point though is this. It's not because they are La Republic. They want the people to not give those people confidence to come back to them because of money, longer truth, for people to be contributing only to them. And their intention is that if people do that, they are going to liberate Amba. But that is not feasible. You cannot go to my village after overthrowing my own people because of Ambazonia is deep-rooted in terms of, you look in the Bible, help your neighbor as you help yourself. But charity begins at home. If I come from Libya Alem, there's no way I'm going to support people of Bui when Libya Alem is not standing strong. If I come from Bui, before I support Libya Alem, as in the Bible, you cannot help your neighbor more than you help yourself. And charity begins at home. I have to make sure Bui is standing before I look at Boyo. And this is the tribalism that is holy, that's in Ambazonia. That if all of us could look at where we come from and say, how does it reflect as Amba? will be great. But somebody from Libya Lem is causing confusion in Bui. And somebody from Mankon is causing confusion in Libya Lem. And this is where the problem happened. Where even the sons and daughters of Mumu have allowed people from Libya Lem, from Mankon, from So to cause confusion in Mumu. And we went to Mumu and tell Mumu, we from So cannot allow you Mumu to come and talk. Why will people from So come and tell you what to do in Mumu? Why are you killing your own brothers? We let them know the importance of that they are leaders down there, and the people abroad like me and others are taking relevance of them. In order to solve the problem of Momo, it took a lot of sensitization and mobilization, and uprooting this diaspora political people who create the chaos and take advantage of it. We had to expose these things. Ambazonian leaders who are bad, evil against Ambazonia is not because they are a republic. Actually, in real life, they are doing that because they think that if they destroy other leaders, they are going to lead. Look at Sokamif. When Sokamif came, Sokamif already had some of them behind the scene, leaders of Sokamif. Anyone in Sokamif are there like this, they don't even know what happened. The leaders of Sokamif created a group behind the scene. They pushed forward for Sokamif. The ideology is to destroy all Ambazonia because they are also fed up. And some of them are good people of Amazonia. But they are fed up of the division from our leaders. And in their brain, they think that if they create chaos to destroy all Ambazonian people, all Ambazonian leaders, then they will erect a good leadership. It is not because the creators of Sokamif are a republic. Because of the ideology of destroy even all of these IGs that have defied Seseku, destroy even Egofsi, destroy Sokadev, and create something new because they don't even know. They are tired of all of these confusion groups. And it's not because they are a republic. They think that if they do that, they can now create and erect a good leadership. But that is not feasible. That's not achievable. And therefore, because of that, Sokamef do not care if you are an SDF parliamentarian, La Republic Mayo, La Republic CPDM, you are a military person. Sokamef is full of people, even from La Republic, who infiltrate and even sue seat of discord and help to destroy Ambazonia the most. And because of this notion that they want to create a new era, new thing, something good, which is great though, they have been infiltrated even by the enemy, and the enemy now is acting as if it's in their favor. But in time to come, they discover that some of those people who were their activists now are against them. You have somebody who hate IG, hate Egofsi, is not a member of Sokadev. Who are these people? Was never with a consortium. You have a group with people for 5 years, you don't know their faces. Who are they? How do I know this? Let me not disclose to you my intelligence. When people plan to do something against IG, I know. Why I know? I am in their midst, but how am I there? When people plan to take me down to do this or to talk against Egofsi or talk against ADF, how do I know? Because of this reason, Ambazonian people like to, when they want to destroy somebody, anyone who is against you, they will just act in their midst. They don't know that some people are enemies of themselves as a political path. I'm not going to explain this. You want to know who want to destroy you on earth? Create a sort of account that insult you the most. Create one sort of account like this, now you get them. Go behind every time insulting you every day, calling you village champion, call you like this person, to show this. You go now know all your enemies because they go become friends to that sort of account. They go put you for all their houses. It's easy for Cameroon to infiltrate Ambazonia. Why? Because of our power mongering and our tendencies to lead, to form one group that is not feasible. Because of this egoism, Ambazonian leaders are not La Republic. La Republic take advantage and then infiltrate us. And then we appoint those people because they insult other groups to the highest, and you think they are insulting because they are part of you. You don't even know. This is where we are. That's why some of the people who were standing in Skakuf in IG, today they go to Cameroon and come back every time. But this is, come on. If you were La Republic, what will you do? Counterfactual. The difficulties of every group in Ambazonia, I can tell you that 80% is caused by other Ambazonian groups. The difficulties that IG face, I could tell you that if Egofsi, Sokadev have stood with IG would have never faced those difficulties. The difficulties that Egofsi faced, even after Seseku was kidnapped, I tell you that if the IGs stood with Egofsi, those difficulties would have never been faced. And it continues to Akwanga, to other group, ACNC, and so on and so forth. Look at this. We think we could have a perfect group in this struggle. When Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba and Dr. Ebenezer would have left NCNC, thinking that NCNC was not competent, they wanted guns and they are not talking about it. They formed Southern Cameroon Youth League. It is still because of power toss. They wanted to lead NCNC in terms of arms. It did not work because these guys did not believe in it. They believe in their federation, believe in that. They do not believe in arms, no matter what. They left fire right. Because of arms, they formed Southern Cameroon Youth League. What happened that Dr. Cho and Dr. Ebenezer Akwanga separated? Power mongering. One become a chairman, one does not like. One thought that he's going to become a chairman, and because of that they left. Now form AGC and Sokadev. And you could see that when Sokadev was formed, ADF was there, Ambazonia Defense Forces. Sokadev appointed Nsofoncha as the chief of staff of Sokadev, and he was calling himself CIC of Sokadev. And what was he doing? He was using Sokadev to destroy Dr. Choi Lucas Ayaba. When Dr. Akwanga and Dr. Ayaba will sit and talk, memorandum of understanding come, Nsofoncha will be doing everything possible to see, we will see who controls Ground Zero. It is Sokadev. And today, where is Nsofoncha? After leading the commission of disarmed people or diaspora people who are now for Port Beer. Well, think about it. Nsofoncha was one of the people that we are working for AAC, which was part of Skakuf. And that's why we told some of leaders, don't go to Skakuf because we see it infiltrated. When Skakuf was formed, when IG was formed in Zaria, whatever, there was Cameroon colonel who was sitting there in front, saying that he's going to be Federal Marshal of Ambazonia. When Sesekos were kidnapped, he was transferred from Nigeria to Ghana. And Amazonian people cannot look at this intelligence. How do you want to succeed in business when you don't look, when you don't know all the things that are happening? For me, I don't understand. You gotta do counterfactuals. Call it COMS. COMPS. COMS. Comparative politics. You gotta compare the prices of, if you have a hotel, you gotta look at the city and compare the prices that other hotels are giving on your standard. And then you know what are you going to do different. For you to convince minorities in America, convince black people in America, what are you giving to these people that Republican Party cannot give as a Democrat Party? If you convince them and they believe in you, that you are going to give these things, and you don't give, and you come back, they are going to vote for the orange man that will not even give them anything, so they can be on themselves, because they have been on themselves. That's why the orange man will win, bigly and fatly. And what he said does not even matter to minority, because first of all, what do they have? What have they had? So, Ambazonia leaders, the problem now is surrogates. I was once a surrogate. And when I went to see our people, Ghana, Nigeria, and they talked to me, I look at how our people were suffering. I put my head down and say, surrogacy or the people? I said the people. I said, I wish our leaders, all of them, can go and see the humanitarian situation of our people. From Middle East that have gone to this Middle East, see what our own young, healthy, young youth, 18 years, 17, what they are going through in the Middle East, working as nannies, housekeeper. It's not a bad thing. I used to be a cleaner. But what our people are going through now, because they get no choice. I had a choice, a little bit of choice before. But what they are doing now to survive, they are in Ghana, living under circle, under the bridge. They are in Cross River State, in Calabar, and all of them spread around the world. And they're suffering. If our leaders don't go to see this, and if they go at all, do they listen to the message of our people? I listened to what Pamfo was saying, to what our people were saying, to that house where I commune with them in Ghana, their embassy that Dr. Belinda Foundation have had. I heard the stories of what other leaders come and do to them. Some of the leaders come and sleep with them, sleep even with the sick people, leaders of Ambazonia. They told me the goodness that Dr. David Foundation, Dr. David Makongo has done to them. They showed me what Dr. Belinda Foundation has done to them, rented a house and embassy for them, where a lot of our people are staying in Ghana and paid 1 year round. Some are sick, didn't have. I left Ghana with only one flip-flops, one pair of trousers and one shirt in me. I saw what our people go through. I came back, convened leaders and told them the advice of our people. I became the enemy. Our leaders have become appointment by appointment. The same thing we had Port Bia. You will not become a loyalist. Press leaders even when they are wrong, and then they appoint you. And that is what became of Ambazonia. IG is appointing by appointing, EGOVs is appointing by appointing. At the end of the day, the people, Paul Biya is appointing by appointing. What is the difference? What did we show the people that's different from Paul Biya? It's the reason why the people are standing with us. And then it's on the La Republic, it's on the ground zero. And then it's on the ground zero that continue to show the people that we don't have. You are all we have. We don't know. Because they say we could not be leaders. They think we don't know. We are the ones that are dying for you. But we might not know what we are doing. But we are not doing that appointment by appointment. We are not setting that government. We have not yet have it. We want to secure the land. We are dying like this because some people want to lead us. Yet 4 years, 5 years, no even 4 tray sticks have been given. But the money contributed is more than the money that can buy 50 sticks. No Ambazonian group have delivered 100% resources. And some that have tried to deliver the highest, they don't have intelligence. They give money to scammers. Sako did not embezzle all my trip to Buya, as they say. Mismanagement. Why? You heard that a general from this whom they had that was to fighting against the EGOVC, ADF, that general came to Nigeria, they sent the money, the general escaped with the money. Is it Sako that escaped with the money? No, Sako was not La Republic, but he got infiltrated because of his eager to destroy the EGOVC and destroy Dr. Lucas Ayaba. He got some guys that were thieves and scammers come to be part of the DOD as generals. And when they gave them that 20,000 or 40,000, they disappeared with the money. When the EGOVC gave the money to Dr. Success, $10,000, you all know this issue. Dr. Success evaporated and disappeared with the money. It means EGOVC said they know where to buy. They know the reality. They know where to buy the material. They know the market. If they know the market, why they gave the money to Dr. Success? You see, when they say that, it's because they want to say they are competent than the IG. And IG also, when they want to maltreat all this, because they want to make it seem that they can lead Ambazonia than EGOVC. These are brothers and sisters who should have joined together to do things. Because of their ego and tendencies to showcase themselves that they are better than one another, they fall in the hands of infiltrators to struggle. And some of the infiltrators are not even La Republic. Some of them are just guys that decided that saw how evil we are to ourselves, stood in the middle, say, I'm going to kill that person, I can kill that general, and then you send the money to. I have situation where someone come and just say he will kill this person, he'll kill, and they send the money, and he instead go and meet friends. Some of them have even gone and make even a video and expose the person who give the money to go and kill them. We have all the evidence of all of this. If you want to become a friend of EGOVC, tell them that you could kill this other free marshal. You want to become a friend of IG, tell them that you could kill the EGOVC or Sokadev leader or Sokadev general. Of a sudden, ask for 5 million, they will give you. But the IG forces that have been there for years, they are not giving them even 2 million. If you want to finish all the IG forces in Ground Zero, you ask for 10 million. You might be surprised that EGOVC will give, but they are not able to give even 5 acres to their barracks for more than 5 years. This is what I uncovered. As a humanitarian, this is not okay. You got to do different from the enemy. Cameroon has done things, tried to infiltrate everything and failed. Cameroon does not have all it takes to crack Amba down. The highest failure of Amba is because of this Ambazonian egoism. And it is on the Ground Zero that has stood the test of time. Even when Ground Zero is given the highest, least credit in the history of the struggle. If not of Ground Zero, the struggle will not start. And if not of Ground Zero, the struggle will not still be alive till today. And it is only because of Ground Zero that struggle will ever see light. And the only people closer to Ground Zero are those in the refugee camps. That's why I cry when any leader sit up and print banners, give to refugees, and you stand projecting one leader in a bit that they are the only one, but you don't know that you have destroyed other leaders. When a leader print a banner and give to you refugees people, why does no know? Ask them. We would put a banner up, but let the faces of all the leaders and the names of all the groups be on it. Use that to protest for one Ambazonia, one dream. When any leader comes and give you bags of rice and everything, give a banner. Ask them, we want one banner that you are leading. We don't care if your head is big, but we want to see that it showcases unity, collaboration. Tell us what you've been doing. And when they go down there, our leaders ask questions, our people ask questions. Believe me, refugees, our people in Nigeria, in Ghana, they ask questions. They put me questions. I went there when somebody was wanting to kill me. One thing I said was, look, I have come before you kill me. This is one thing. I prefer you to kill me, my people, than La Republic. Our mothers and fathers were crying. They did not even know that I was saying like that. I knew what was going on. Some of them just cried. I say, look, I've said certain things that you don't like. I project leaders that you don't like. I speak a lot of things you don't like. But I said, how can I not come before you because I've seen? I said, forgive me. I'm sorry for the things I said that you don't like. But if it's to kill me, better you people should kill me than the enemy. People were crying. I have videos. My cameraman recorded. Why put online? I have it. Till today, if I have not made any return to help our people, it's not because of La Republic. It is still because of Ambazonian leaders and those who are even closer to me that feel threatened by my humanitarian support to our people. How many of these leaders praise Dr. David Makongo Foundation for the goodness they did for our people? They see that Dr. David Inse wants to become Ambazonia leader tomorrow. And so what? How many of these leaders have mentioned Dr. Belinda Foundation for the great job they have done humanitarian work to help our refugees? Because if they mention, people will start supporting them and think that they will become future leaders. This is how evil we are, our own problems. It's not La Republic that refused to thank and give gratitude to our people who are helping. Mom Paula is in UK. She do everything possible to help the food bank, to help our people, because she supports Seseku. Therefore, no living leader can praise her, because she's not doing it as an organization or a group. And yours is here for the same reason. You create the Mandela family to help people infiltrate and try to destroy the Mandela family. If all the money was not going to them, they destroy it. Cause confusion. Set fire. Yours is here. Do you see my body? It's not scary. My body is not, you see this? It's not dry because of the truth. As we live here today, surrogates, I want to let you know, you are the highest problem to leaderships. Activists, you are the highest person and people to be blamed. I have been a surrogate, but my surrogacy have been very objective. I hid behind the scene, I hold meetings, that sweat, I talk like this. Look at our leaders. They are humans like us. They stood for us. But this ideology of, yes, CIC, yes, Mr. President, yes, Mr. Chairman, where did we learn this from? From Cameroon. We have never known how a genuine, do you see in America that Marco Rubio say, yes, CIC to Trump? Have you seen that worship? Where did you learn that from? From Cameroon. Today, France take the last military barrack in Africa. The last French military barrack from Africa is withdrawn. And France goes to write in the internet that the difficulties of Africa moving forward is no more because of France. That the difficulty of Africa now, or anything happening to Africa now, linked to France, is because of the African leaders who are the one connecting to France. And it's no more France, because France have withdrawn their military influence in Africa. After 60 plus years of when colonialism was banned, France want to seek relevance that they are clean. How about they stop doing business with any African, even they run behind them, if they are real? In Ambazonia, I stopped dealing with any leader that must destroy anything before they go on. I say everything out here. Document me. Everything I say is because I don't want tomorrow for somebody to say that, oh, Franklin was this and that. I want you to document me. I distance myself. When the ultimatum was given from IG for Ayaba and Akwanga to join IG, I says, somebody is hijacking IG. He did not take up to 1 year. Seseku, we are kidnapped. I had no doubt, because in political science is a counterfactual. How all of a sudden Amazonian people, they have been begging for Skaku first conclave, second conclave, third conclave. They are begging Amazonian like, let us come together. How did it happen that all of a sudden after fourth conclave is an ultimatum? If you study politics, you know that there was a political thought, so it was an infiltration. Come on, if you are proving to me that you are a good in-law, you want to marry my daughter, and then one day you come and tell me that, look, I give you this, if my daughter don't marry me, I'm going to, you had something evil. You not threaten me. I mean, if you mean good, you will continue to show me good, that you are a good person. You threaten me now. You get the point? That's why some of us knew that something was happening. And if you tell me that it's not true, why are Seseku and the rest kidnapped from Naira? It shows you that is the same infiltration. That's why they knew when they were going to Naira. And you keep waiting for answers to ever show you that it was Alain Mibengo, it was Tilapeise Choroma. When the same people turn around and impeach Seseku because of their infiltration to the leadership that took over, it's not Sako. Sako is not the one that actually infiltrated and destroyed the IG. Sako was not that influential during that time. Sako is not the one that infiltrated IG and showed Naira Seseku to be kidnapped. Sako came in there, and guess what? The same manipulation came into Sako, and then Sako, being now knowing that he is at the top, he is no more thinking, no objectivism. He's now looking at the benefit of what will become of him, and no more the togetherness and unity. Sako one day said that it's good to be a dictator, and that to free the people, you have to be a dictator. I recorded this. That's why Sako's chief of staff or deputy chief of defense, Elvis Vekijika, will do, when he want to say they should kill a civilian, he does not have remorse. He thought that he had it all. And this is how we sacrifice our own brothers and sisters like this in so where the ADF are being killed, and then the IG forces, even who kill, are also being killed. The same thing happened in Batibo. You kill today, tomorrow you are being killed. The same military you collaborate with to kill others, after they have killed others, they come and kill you. You use Free Marshal to have to kill the ADF after he's done. The same people who were working with Free Marshal, now again, the same person who infiltrate them and used to kill Free Marshal. Do me to you. Amigo is about to be killed. General RK is about to be killed by Amigo. The same Amigo is being killed. Because at the same time, when the intel says that by that Sunday, RK will be killed, it is the same intelligence that says the person who killed RK will be killed too. That's why the very same Sunday, that very same night, Amigo was killed that night. But when RK was already ambushed and RK leave, I end here. Because what goes around comes around. The law of attraction is real. You go on to pay someone to come and sabotage somebody who call you La Republic. And because of this, the enemy say, oh, if I go and start calling this group La Republic, these people are going to like me. Then some people come now, behave as activists, and start calling IG La Republic or Egos La Republic, and IG then go and recruit those people. They don't even know that they have a motive. Or somebody come calling IG La Republic and Egos go and recruit that person. They don't know that they have a motive. And that's why all Amazonian group became infiltrated. Why Ground Zero deal with it? When Ground Zero do a tactical work, take out any insurgent, any infiltrator, Ground Diaspora take it and blew in social media. Advertise it. And then it should the struggle in the negative leg. To an extent where they can even be calling Amazonian soldiers as terrorists. What diaspora did not even know, they wake up in the morning, they see it as they send to them that, oh, leaders, we have done, then they just take it to the satellite TV. In a bid to have what? Prove that they have the power, they have the strength. But there's no, even if they look at those ammunition, whatever the Ground Zero is producing, not even up to 20% of the funds come from those groups. Look at the Independence Day celebration. They take videos, pictures, all is what they show in the satellite. But they don't even know how it was planned. Community schools are going on. They take credit. They don't even know that there are missionaries that have died in Ground Zero as pastors or as community people because of creating community school. Killed by La Republic. But they sit abroad and they take credit that they are the one. Because they simply send some $200 or $500 towards Independence Day celebration. And Ground Zero knows this. They are silent on them because if they speak, they are going to kill them. Because all the marshal that stood against any group in this struggle, they have been killed. One time, No PT is haunted by all Ambazonian political groups and La Republic. The day that I have intelligence that No PT is being haunted by Capo Dane, haunted by IG, haunted by La Republic. My people, during the unity formation in Bui, all political leadership hated us. I have statement of political group saying that the unity in Bui was sponsored by La Republic. After how many years now? Can those people make apologies? No. And you think that I can think that they are gentlemen. It's not by your mistake today. It's how you do after your mistake. We are all humans. And it's not as if they have not acknowledged that they have done wrong. But for political reasons, they refuse to come before the people. How do you want to show you can lead the people, but you cannot even be under the same people? The real power came from the people. And we have not even had any power from the people yet because the people have not. If we want to say that these people have elected the people, I can say that during the era of General Amba, the people gave him a lot of support. And during the era of Seseko Ayuktabi, he commanded millions of people went on the street. Can any Ambazonian leader today say it and we see it? Why? It's not because our people do not belong to Amba. It's not because when they are in refugee camps in Nigeria, Ghana, and Middle East, it's not because they don't want to become Amba. How do you even make them trust you? When all you care is about advertising some things that you are doing, and some of the time you advertise what you are not doing. I have had some kind of things happen in grounds and know who is responsible. I see some people who come out and just take credit. Why? There are some leaders in this struggle that have refused to take credit for the things they do. There are some leaders in this Ambazonia struggle working. They have never ever taken credit for what they do. There are some that have just taken credit. In Bui, for example, unity in Bui is made of more than 4 to 5 groups, right? In unity, that the one that signed the papers, right? You heard about the Viper, the War New, you hear about the ADF, you hear about the Unity Warriors on Battle Air Force, right? Now, but you know the ADF supported by the EGOC. Have you ever asked yourself who is the one supporting those War New and Vipers that you hear every time take a move vehicle down? Have you ever asked who is behind it? Have you ever seen them racing for? No. Do you see them holding somebody for tax? No. Who give them those things that they have? Because there are some leaders in this struggle that revolution will not be televised. Dr. Choluka Sayaba said it. Some of the leaders hear it and kept it more than the EGOC. Capo Dane Lucas actually televised, put everything out there. It implicates the organizations. There are some leaders in this struggle. Some of them are not even leaders. They are just human beings, but they are coordinating a lot of things. I don't ask you now who they behind them. Now which leadership they behind them. In fact, anytime a leadership is behind any Ground Zero force, they are most likely going to shorten their life most of the time. Because of cross communication, all of these complex things and so on. When you say something and they don't like it, and you don't like what they are saying, they must say hang to everything they ask for to say. And the day they say no to what you say them to the Republic so you can appoint the deputy as a leader. There are some of the death of some general in Ambazonia that are questionable. That is why I'm a target to even so many of these political leaders. You put me somewhere behind a bending corner. Some of them that I'm even more closer, we have my head in the platter in their platter. Because of so much intelligence that I've had. And that's why I'm calling Amazon people. Rise up for what you stood for. Not for what some people are telling you. If they tell you what you didn't stand for, you know already. When the Mancho BBC stood in the coffin revolution, there was nothing like contribute this and give me. In reality, they are the one that took their money and created the coffin. Today you have leaders that ask for your contribution and yet they cannot even respect you. You ask a question, they expel you from the group. You have communication people who have run away from all groups and they are standing in some small church or 5 people group and thinking that because they don't hear critics, they are not critics. And yet, today they come out crying for funds and you don't even see $2,000 coming for a town hall. When back in the days, why human being like this used to give 2,000, 5,000, 10,000? You did not hear my trip to Buya. My people, this is the truth. Surrogate, you must start distancing yourself from leaders that take advantage of when you go and insult somebody. One time I gave intelligence and said, look, for you to know who is for Amba, let no one use your name to insult another person in this struggle. If you are a true, honest supporter of Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, never insult an IG person. You do not support a leader by insulting another person. I said it and said this is the truth if you want to counterfact and know who is really Amba. Because most of the people who are standing in IG and insulting Agofsi are not actually Amba. They are infiltrators. And most of the people standing in Agofsi and insulting IG are not. They have started in DDR and distributed them all over us. Imagine that no one from IG will ever insult Agofsi. No one from Agofsi will ever insult IG or give ultimatum to IG. How then can we not be united? We go to unity conference, one person says something, you want to see a representative of one group, just take the group out and say, we will no longer collaborate with this one. We know, because of something that someone have said that's boiling. But that's an infiltrator, an infiltrator. Why don't you not stand in objective reason? Why did you come to this conference? To get something done. You live and left thinking that you are smart. You are not smart. When I want to get in business, I don't care. The guests are saying what they are saying. I'm listening to what they are saying. It's not fight. I am going to get what I'm getting. I'm going to make strategies that will make them comfortable, but I'm going to get what I want to get. Sometimes you don't win every time. You lose sometime, but you win tomorrow. No Ambazonia leaders is willing to sacrifice this. That is we today. We fall and destroy anyone that criticizes us, but those people who criticize, actually, we are our fundraisers. How can people not ask questions? How can people not ask questions to you when you want to be the leader? No, tell me. If you want to stand for the people, when Moses saw the people worshiping the golden calf, the fake god, Moses broke the 10 commandments. But then he said, oh, I'm the leader. He picked the 10 commandments, patch it and lead the people. Which Ambazonian leader is doing this? The insult that IG have given to Agofsi over the years, no apology. The insult that Agofsi gave to IG over the years, no apology. Yet that's why there's Team Switzerland and Team Canada. We sabotage every moment that's not ours. Forget that civilians are watching. Over these years, one will be surprised to know that there's no united council in Ambazonia. Because IG think that they are still going to, whether 1, 2, or 3 IG. Agofsi, maybe the Agofsi or Capo Daniel, that is now called whatever he called La Republic, or Agofsi that is Agofsi, think they are going to be the one. Confusing Ground Zero. How can IG think they are going to be the one when IG forces are collaborating with the Agofsi forces? How can Agofsi think that they are going to be the one when the Agofsi ADF forces cannot exist without being killed if there's no collaboration with the IG forces? The forces in Ground Zero, whether they belong to Agofsi or IG, is because the collaboration, when they see the enemy coming, they whistle themselves. They adjust. Wherever there was no collaboration, like in Gusang Batibo, we saw what happened. When there was no collaboration, we saw what happened. When collaboration comes, their lives are secured. And our leaders abroad think they are smart. It's just a matter of time. Political people are evil. Political people are evil. Look at when they came and sabotaged Mark Barretta and Tapang Aibo. Hear what the political people say. Look at the humiliation when the infiltration started in this struggle. after they tried to crack Bala and Fontaine. Look at the kind of disgrace they gave to the youth. The future is for the youth, but our papa stood and disgraced the youth from leadership. Yet it was a time of collaboration and unity in this struggle. From that time till today, have we achieved the collaboration and unity? Not only have they destroyed Tom and Jerry, but these are people who are fighting against Paul Biya because the future belongs to the youth. And then the youth want to lead. The same people destroy the youth. I ask question, if this is not infiltration, what this is? In the time of today, Ambazonia will want to even erect a leader at the age of 20 or 25. And let those old people give the advice, be advisors, to prove that we are different from Cameroon. But in the same struggle, youth are being sabotaged and destroyed. Last but not the least, Verla says, by the time you want to give federation, they have gone past that and they won by independence. How do you think that you don't want to have that prophecy come true? Every leader goes and Bala become a punching bag. How about you fought for that independence to prove Bala that even if you are a republic today, we want to prove to you that you said that when they want to give federation, it will be independence and we are given to you. That's a prophecy. Eat it. No, we go and instead fight that person who said this and it's in record. He said to the enemy directly. But you stand abroad and you are fighting a struggle that was started by lawyers and teachers. How about jump and pass lawyers and teachers if they have been compromised? Those who say Seseko was compromised, what did they do more than Seseko? Yesterday Seseko is free. People are giving bad advice. Yesterday Ayaba is free. They are giving bad advice. Today look at this. And those who are still moving free, still think that they have it all. This is one thing in politics. If you ask Dr. Julius Nye will think that he still have it all. If you ask Sako think he still have it all. Ask Chris Ano, he think that he is the highest top leader. Ask whoever in this struggle, they think they are still top. This is one thing with politics. When it is in your head, no matter whatever you think that you can always rejuvenate, it's not feasible, it's not true. Paul Biya thinks that he got everything, power. Come to thought he had power. And that's why he could boycott election and do this. SDM Nijon thought he had power. Joshua Oshie does not want collaboration because he thinks that he will win. Kamto does not want collaboration, think he will be win. Today now, look at what is going on. Those who want to work by themselves are always going to end like this. Any Amazonian group that want to think they can work by themselves, you will not. You have delayed the struggle if it don't come because of you. Granzero show us they are leading in Bui. IG or AGOVC forces are together, but IG and AGOVC cannot talk together. And yet they claim that they are very intelligent, that the forces on Ground Zero. While forces on Ground Zero share material, share intel and everything. When I have listened to the things sometimes they say, I said, if these guys know abroad, they will kill these guys. They decided to be moving on themselves, saying that diaspora are the cause of their problem, and they resolve it. They have their own council that say things. First of all, how much financial support do you send to them from abroad? Some of you now rely on them to even send financial support from Ground Zero. Like the case that I told you, 1.5 million was sent from Ground Zero. How do you think that the Republic military is not harassing our people, taking all of this money, kale they are taking? How do you think they are not taking and giving their government? All of these things I said here is not that I want your support, I want you to vote for me, I want to be your leader. I'm telling you just from the humanitarian perspective, what I have seen, what I've watched, and I'm telling you that majority of our problem is not directly like Republic. It's because of our ego and the power torso that we do evil, thinking that we are going to image to lead the people to independence, though. Not because we are like Republic, but because of that power, and it has caused a stagnation. And so, surrogate, be careful when you are projecting policies of leaders. Think about that policy. Is it in a way to mastermind other people? When a good policy is ruled out, contact every group. Let it rule out as a policy for everyone. From the moment you are trying to implement it to show that you are the only leadership that can implement, that policy died before arrival. Because of what? It's going to make the protest. And the people have the right to protest and speak against because of freedom of speech. Why have we forgotten land of milk and honey, where plenty meetings will be held to match the need of their children? Look at Ashu, where are you holding meetings to match the need of their people instead of running away from all groups that criticize the AGOVC? Chris Ano, where is the meaning of plenty meetings will be held to match the need of thy people when you will use even your own brother to destroy other people? And you sing there the anthem of Ambazonia. And when I speak like that, they hate me. as this is what I think about Amazonian people. Is it not what you want to hear? Don't you not want to be freed? You people have to woo these leaders. For God's sake, remind them of their duty. You cannot want to lead the people and you act like this. I know that we don't have a mandate to anyone to lead us. And that's why our people withdraw support from any leader that doesn't do well. It's not because they have become the Republic. They are in dying nature to have a Moses. Cameroon is trying to kidnap every leader in this struggle. How come that our people don't even know? Our leaders don't even know? The most intelligent leader in this struggle is going to make sure that they even get people out of prison. Get even people from DDR center back. And Nambere will be going abroad. All you care was that it's been sent maybe by La Republic. Any one of the guys go to DDR, you say, oh, he was an infiltrator in the struggle. Maybe true, but is that a statement that you can be making when they work for you? You give them more relevant. They even call the other one and say, look, we work all of this for these people. I told you people, you saw how genuine we were. I left because of my life now. And they are saying that we were La Republic. It makes other guys to feel also that they are not even going to appreciate tomorrow. When you want to lead the people, it's no more about you. It's not your opinion. It's the people's, what the people want to perceive. As an entrepreneur that must succeed, you do not give a service that you want. You give a solution to what people want. You provide a service because people want, not because you want it. Anyone who provides a service because they want it, you will consume it yourself and your family. That's why people run out of businesses. That's why the bankruptcy people file. In reality. And that's why groups go bankrupt and groups go out and extinct. Because we destroy ourselves. Allow Cameroon to destroy one of us. Today, the same Cameroon join and then destroy us. So my fellow brothers and sisters, fellow Amazonians, as we go in, I want us to pray that God should give us the 7 gifts of the Holy Spirit. I can name wisdom, understanding, self-control, goodness, and also give us brotherly love for one another, the love that surpasses the love for power, for money, the love that recognizes the death that people have gone, the blood of our people. May God give us that wisdom and understanding, that self-control, that no matter how we feel about what others say against us, our emotions and feelings should not lead us in one way or the other to delegitimize or work in a demise or to undermine any one of us, even those of us that fall short of the glory of objective thinking and rationalism. That all fingers are never the same. And so not every group should produce the same result. But know that in every family, whether male or female, whether it's a parent of a mother or father, they all constitute a parent. And that respect to parents, whether it's father or mother, should be the union. We pray that the good God that have ordained our struggle should come among us, come among our leaders and surrogates, most importantly, especially activist surrogates, frontliners, and those who speak in all social media platforms, behind or in front, to have some wisdom, understanding that everything they say should be in the benefit for the good and the progress, prosperity of Amazonian people. We ask this through Jesus Christ, our Lord, Son of God, who lives and reigns, God and the Holy Spirit. One Ambazonian God, one people of Ambazonia, forever and ever. In peace I come, and you hear me in peace. Amen. Name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you so much. Go in peace. Thank you. Thank you, my people. God bless you.